Hello, everyone. It is Lori Hoy, and I am coming to you live from my home office, aka my spare bedroom. And I titled this Intentionality and Awareness. I just wanted to share with you something that has motivated me into a different direction this past few days over the weekend. And as I've mentioned in the past, one of the things that I do in my coaching business and now in my life, regardless, is personal development. And hi, Betsy. Hi, Jenny. This past weekend, I've been listening to a podcast by Brendan Bouchard. I can't even say his last name. And I don't know if you've ever read any of his books. His one book is, I don't have it here with me. Oh my goodness. What is it? It just went right out of my brain. High Performance Habits. And he actually has two podcasts. One is High Performance Habits, and the second one is The Brendan Show. And over this past weekend, I've been listening to his wellness series. And hi, Jamie. Hi, Casey. The program actually was told, my sister had shared it with me. She is subscribed to this one community called Commune, which I need to go in and take a peek more about this. But anyway, he collects people that are moving the needle in the health and wellness field, regardless. Like Yoga with Adrienne, if you've ever done anything with her on YouTube, which that's where I started with my yoga at home. She's part of it. Dr. Mark Hyman, which I've talked about countless times, he's a part of this group, this community, and Brendan and many others. And anyway, he was doing this wellness series, and there are I think there's 10 episodes that he is sharing for free, because this wellness series is an actual paid video program, like a training. And so he released some of those audio sessions on iTunes, not iTunes. Well, yeah, it would be iTunes for me, but whatever for podcasting. Okay. And so you could download them, listen to them, download them, but there's only going to be up for 72 hours. And I highly, 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 highly recommend them to anybody. I'm not just talking about people that are in the health and fitness field. I'm talking about everybody here that's listening and watching and watching the replay. And I'm going to stop right there and say, if you do watch this if you're watching it live, tell me that you watched it live. And if you're watching the replay, please put, I watched the replay in there so I know. But anyway, because I want to put the link in here for you guys to go get that. But anyway, one of the podcasts that I listened to twice this weekend, actually we listened to it once on Saturday and again today. It was about cultivating joy in your life. And I'm going to be honest with you, starting my own business it's stressful. One, trying to make sure that I am doing it as an authentic person, that the business that I'm creating is an extension of me and who I am and what I want to cultivate in my life. And for those of you that know me even a little bit, you know that in the last 3 to 5 years, my health and wellness has been a top priority for me. And that's not everybody's top priority. And that's part of what I want to do in this journey of mine, is to help people realize that needs to be a top priority. But everybody has to come to that in their own time, and I get that. So anyway, this was about cultivating joy. And so as we go through life, I will say to you, those of you that aren't even near my age bracket, when you get close to what I'm getting close to, what decade I'm getting close to, and you all know because I share my age all the time, and I really don't care. My sister and I just love that all these things are coming to me now, and they were from her, my big sister. I learned from her every single day, but look at me getting all misty. She said to me a while back when she turned 50 that, was nearing turning 50, that there's this gift that you receive of clarity that you start to see your life a lot differently, and how you want to live the rest of your life differently, and how you want to show up and be in the presence of other people. And so this podcast was about cultivating joy and how you can bring more joy into your life, or just bring more thoughtfulness and awareness into your life. And one of the things that he recommended is he picked 3 things that he wanted to cultivate more in his life. He wanted to be more intentional about being these 3 things. And one of the things that he said was patience. And I know for me, I definitely need to cultivate more patience in my life as well. But he basically, one of the things that he said to do is take whatever these 3 words are and write them down and put them on sticky notes, and put them on your refrigerator and on the dash of your car, or on your phone. And one of the things that he said to try, and I actually have been doing it this past weekend, is he said, like on an iPhone, I don't know if you know this, but when you set an alarm, there's an option for you to label it. And so what he did was he set 3 alarms to go off throughout the day. And he used his 3 words as the label on each of the alarms. So, some days he could feel differently about what he wanted to do or feel or cultivate that day. And so either the alarm would go off and have the 3 words displaying, or 1 word. So I've been doing that this weekend. And so the 3 words that I have chosen that I feel that I need to cultivate is the first alarm goes off in the morning. I don't even remember what time. I think it's like 8 a.m. And the word is live. And so isn't it funny that I have to remind myself to live? Because sometimes we get so caught up in all of the stuff, all the things that are going maybe not so correct in our lives or the way we want them to, that we get stuck and we stop living. We stop living our life. We stop doing the things that we were doing that brought us so much joy. And that's kind of one of the things that has been happening to me lately, and that I've realized that I stopped doing the things that really make me happy. And it's not that I meant to, that's just the way things were happening. And, one of the things that happened to me this weekend is that my girlfriends basically kidnapped me from the fitness center and took me with them out. And we had a girls' night out. I mean, it was planned, and I told them I couldn't come because I was working, and that I'd have to catch them the next time. And it was, it just worked out perfectly. And so, on Saturday, that was my first alarm was to live. And, the stars aligned, I was able to go, and it was a great night. I laughed and enjoyed myself and didn't think about everything. And then the second one I have is patience. It goes off in the middle of the day. I want to say like noon or 2. I can't remember exactly what time. And it's patience. Because as the day goes on, for me, my patience starts to wear, and I end up becoming impatient, or not being as welcoming to things, or I just get impatient about things, and I snap at my husband, or or I don't receive something the right way, and I have a quick judgment. And I think a lot of times when we hear things, we just need to take a minute, a pause, and process what's been said, and then move through it. And the last word that I put in my 3 things I wanted to cultivate was, and it goes off every day at 6 p.m. is energy, because usually towards the end of the day, my energy level is low, because I am, from the moment I open my eyes, I am on the go. I have my morning routine of either going to the fitness center or staying here and doing a workout. And then I start my daily routine of, a cup of coffee, of meditation. I'm trying to get myself back into journaling again. It's just something that's not sticking lately, and I keep trying, and it's just not sticking. But, I have a morning routine. And this week my morning routine is interrupted by just a change in schedule. So by the time I get to 6 o'clock at night, I still need energy to do some things. And so it went off tonight right at 6, and I have class tonight at 6, and it just brought a whole new level of energy to me, that I needed to not to get through my class, but just, if you're not a fitness instructor, you might not understand it, or if you've never been in a group fitness class, the more people you have there, as an instructor, for me, I just feed off their energy. And it just makes the experience so much more enjoyable. And so if I'm tired, or if there's things weighing on my mind, sometimes I take that into my class, and I don't want to do that. So I chose the word energy to be the last word I hear in the evening. And I have to tell you, just by doing this one little thing that really wasn't like major, it's really had an effect in just 3 days. And I recommend it. If you are struggling with something in your life, or if you're finding that your work life is interfering with you cultivating joy, or maybe there's a relationship issue that's going on in your life that it's been trying or whatnot, or there could be 1,000 things, guys. I'm not going to sit here and try and get all the things that kind of suck joy out of your life, but I recommend you try it and just see what happens. And I would love, if you do, I would love for you to share it with me and just see how things change a little bit in your thought process, because what I know and what I've learned, and I just haven't fully embraced and practiced and implemented, is that our thoughts become how we act. So if we continue to be negative thinking, then we act negatively to others. If we continue to work at thinking positively and in a direction that is beneficial to our own lives as well as others, then that's what happens. That's what we cultivate. I think about some of the people that I'm around on a regular basis that come to the fitness center to work out, and I'm in such awe of their dedication to their fitness. And even, you may see me as someone who's super dedicated to my fitness, but some of these people take it to a whole new level, and I am so, I don't even know what word it is that I want to use. I'm in such, I guess, admiration, or admire them. I don't know. It's a whole new appreciation for dedication and to their health and fitness. And, I enjoy their company. And it's kind of interesting just to see all the different nuances of that. But anyway, so if you are someone that's feeling that, you haven't seen a lot of joy in your life, and I'm not going to pretend that I know your situation, or this is going to be the ultimate cure, but I just challenge you to try something like this. It doesn't cost anything. It definitely has made me feel better over the weekend, and it makes me think more intentionally about that moment when that alarm goes off. And it's funny, it has gone off this weekend, these 3 alarms, and when they went off, it's like I really truly needed to hear that word or see that word. And I just think it's an interesting way of trying to cultivate something going differently in your life than dwelling on the things that aren't going right. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share today for kind of like my Monday motivation. Again, I would love for you to share with me if you try this in this next coming week, and to let me know how it's helped you. And if you are someone who, I appreciate those of you that come on and watch and comment and share and message and follow me. I do appreciate that. It's kind of a weird thing that I've been doing this now for 3 years, but one way that you can support me in that is that if you are willing and you're comfortable with it, if you would share my live broadcasts with a friend, if you think that they might need to hear this, I really appreciate it. I also have a YouTube channel that I try to remember to upload all of these type of videos too as well, as well as my fitness and things and nutrition stuff as well. You can find all of that on my YouTube channel, but I would appreciate it if you would give it a share. And again, if you're watching this live, tell me that you're watching it live. And if you're watching the replay, I'd love to hear that too. So I know who to get the information out to about the Brendan show and the wellness series. So thanks a lot, guys, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you tomorrow.